You're not feeling how I'm feeling. You're not dealing how I'm dealing.
What's up, everyone? My name is K.Short. Welcome to Phoenix Rising. Today, we are at Raymond S. Kellis. What avenues is this? 91st and Orangewood. That's where we're at. And just a little bit of background story on him and I, actually. Go ahead, Josh. Go ahead and say hi to them.
Hey guys, what's up? Josh. What's up?
But don't you have a stage name or something?
No, just Josh Florez.
Really?
We don't know anything about you. Okay.
We're complete strangers. I don't know this guy.
Yeah. So in high school, my high school, the glory days, not really my glory days at all. I used to rap and I used to put out mixtapes and I went by J Flow.
Okay.
I didn't give myself that name, just everyone put Josh and Florez together. So, that was my name and I did go by that for a while, but then I grew up and realized I wasn't very good at rapping, so just Josh now.
Awesome. Well, it's good to know. All right, Josh. Well, thank you so much for being on Phoenix Rising. I really appreciate it. This is going to be fun because Josh and I met here on this campus in 2007, and I transferred here my junior year because when I ended up moving right down the street, Mom got a new house, typical moving type of thing. And so I came here, and I was like the new kid. I didn't know what I was doing. Felt super awkward. But I think we had what class together?
We had math together.
And so the school actually didn't even have a senior class yet. I would have been the first graduating class with the seniors, but I dipped and went back to Maryville. So I'm like, nah, never mind. We ain't gonna do all that. So Josh was actually 2 years younger than me. We had math class together, and then it just went on from there. Then I ended up moving back my senior year to Maryville, and him and I just never talked to each other since then. But I saw that he moved to LA, was doing something, and I was like, "What? Why is he in California? What's going on?" Especially him. Like, I remember you just being like a really quiet guy, and so that's I'm just like, for him to really like go out of his comfort zone and like put himself in a place that's really uncomfortable. I was like, okay, he must be doing something fishy over there. So with playing with the big fish, I was like, he's doing something, And that's what I'm here. That's what I'm here to find out. Why the hell he's over there? How he got there? When he started connecting the dots, and for me, I'm just really interested because I was telling him that not a lot of people get to LA, not a lot of people get to California because it's such a big pond, and it kind of freaks people out. So let's start from the beginning really quick. Okay. From the very beginning, you're born and raised around here in this area?
Yeah.
Tell me, where is it?
Peoria, 111th and Olive.
111, okay.
Right down the street. Grew up here, and then went to Country Meadows Elementary, and then came here for high school, grew up in the same house, with my family, and I was the awkward guy. I mean, not really. I was borderline awkward and shy.
Yeah.
Not super awkward where people didn't want to talk to me, but kind of shy to where I made it a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
So, I was definitely, I didn't know that I wanted to do music until really high school.
Wow.
I mean, in elementary, I was in the band and stuff, but everyone was in the band. And
I wasn't in the band. See, parents were slacking.
I guess I was cool.
Yeah, I was like, you were cool because you were in the band.
Okay. Yeah, I was a drummer in the band, and then I came to high school, and some of my family, they were in marching band in high school. They were my older cousins, and they really wanted me to do it, and I was like, I don't think I want to do that.
Huh.
And so I loved playing basketball. I mean, that's another reason we know each other, because you played as well. So I was playing basketball, and just that was my main focus. And then later on, I had this school project, and we had to do a poster, but my friend and I opted to make a song for some reason. So we made a rap song, and we went to his house and recorded it on a horrible the kind of microphone that hangs from your head, just a talk set thing. We recorded it on there into his computer, and it sounded like probably the worst thing we've ever heard in our lives.
But it sounded cool at that time.
I don't think so. It was cool that we did something different, but it still sounded bad. But anyway, I loved recording it. It was such a cool process to me. He captured our voices and put them in the computer, and I just thought that was so cool. So we did that class, and then literally the next year I started taking a multimedia class here, and it was just a classroom full of Macs, and the teacher, Mr. Southwick, he taught us how to use Photoshop, how to use GarageBand a little bit, After Effects, and Final Cut. So it was a little bit of everything.
Wow.
But the audio stuff that really was my realm, and I just asked him more questions and more questions about that. And he actually knew Pro Tools. He had Pro Tools, which is the main, that's industry standard recording program that everyone uses. So he had that, and so he started teaching me a little bit about that.
Yeah.
and that really like sparked, like, I loved recording, but I didn't have anything to record, so that's what sparked my rap career.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have anyone to record. I was shy, so I didn't like know a lot of singers, or like was too nervous to like talk to people who sang and played guitar or whatever. So I recorded myself, and it was horrible, but I learned a lot from it. And I just like jerry rigged a ghetto like setup in my like under my bunk bed in my room, and
Nice.
I would just be there for hours. Like, that's all I did. I would come to school and I would go home and do that.
Wait, what year was this, really quick?
This was junior year.
Wow.
Sophomore year I started messing around with it,
Okay.
and then junior year I like started actually rapping and like writing songs, which I did a lot of poetry in high school as well.
Nice.
So I started like writing songs, and my poems were more like songs anyway. So I started doing that, recording them, and then I put out like a mixtape that year. Like,
That's
just
so
printed
awesome.
out like hundreds of copies from my computer, and took forever, and just handed them out
Wow.
on campus. And some of my friends still have them.
Wow.
It's kind of funny. And then I did the same thing my senior year, and I hung it up. I stopped rapping just because I started making more friends that did music and that actually could rap well,
Nice.
or like singers and musicians. So I steered more to behind the scenes, which I felt more comfortable doing anyway.
So they gave you the name J Flow, and it was
Yeah.
your first name and your last name put together.
Yeah.
And you realized you weren't any good at it, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, people liked my music. I guess it wasn't that horrible. Like, people liked it, but I never performed. Like, I got asked to do like pep assemblies and stuff, and
Interesting.
like perform at the games, and like I just did not want to do that. Like, scared the crap out of me. So definitely behind the scenes is more my forte.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's how that happened.
All right, so you graduated class of 2010.
Yeah.
After you graduated, what were the options? You know, we're about to go to school, colleges, we have to do the whole senior process about going to college. So what was the process through that?
Okay, well, before I was graduating, I was taking a like professional business class here.
Yeah.
And it was cool. It was like an internship / like business etiquette class. So we learned how to do resumes, how to take phone calls, how to like type with the numeric keypad, and then we had to get an internship. So I got an internship at an insurance company.
Wow.
And I hated it. And I definitely hated it. But I learned how to be professional, and it was really cool. And so they were having us like get ready for college. So we were looking into colleges, doing research and like figuring out like application processes, and talking to our career advisor, who we never meet until our senior year, which makes no sense.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah. But talking to our career advisor about what we wanted to do, and like I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I knew I loved music, but I didn't want to rap.